everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Gabrielle if you are new here, and today we are doing the best of 2024. I absolutely love these videos because it really gives you an in-depth review of all the products that were top-notch for this year, the products that I reach for the most, use the most, love the most. Lots of beauty products to share with you, from skincare, makeup, hair care, etc. But I thought that I would love to dabble into some more style and home, so I am going to be sharing some of my favorite style products, my home products, as well as other little luxuries that were a huge highlight in 2024 for me that I wanted to share on my YouTube channel. So let's start off with hair. I've got 4 products to share with you in the hair care category. The first one is this brush, this brush right here. I actually picked this up in November 2023 when I went to London. And this brush, the Mason Pearson brush, is founded and created in London, England. And I thought it was only perfect to purchase my very first Mason Pearson brush while there. It was actually a little bit of a savings, even though the pound is significantly pricier than the Canadian dollar, and so the exchange definitely hurt me a little bit. It was still much cheaper than it would have been had I purchased it in Canada or US. Now this is a very popular brush. It's used by a lot of celebrities, a very expensive indulgence. It's definitely could be even categorized as a little luxury. The thing that I love about this brush is that it just outperforms any other brush that I have purchased that has a similar kind of composition. It adds like the perfect silk to your hair. Like, you'll brush so effortlessly, and it must just perfectly distribute your natural oils. It glides through your hair. It doesn't tug. It's supposed to be really, really great for the health of your hair. This brush was definitely an investment, but it is my favorite hair product of 2024, and I think will be moving forward. The next product is one that I got for Christmas last year of 2023, so I've used this quite frequently throughout the year of 2024, and that is the Maison Francis Kurkdjian Paris Baccarat Rouge 540 Scented Hair Mist. Now the fragrance is very expensive. It is, I think, in the $400 to $500 range, and if you get the more intense version, it's even more expensive than that. But this is a very kind of comparable, get the scent but at a discounted price. This is about $100 or so. I think it's a little bit above $100, and it is a fragranced hair mist. Now this is like my best kept secret, is a fragranced hair mist. You can really use any perfume, spray it in your hairbrush and brush it through, but the great thing about this is that it's super lightweight, so you can spray it directly onto your hair. Just leave a little bit of space and it just washes over your hair. I love this scent. I think if I were to recommend any of the scents, it's this one right here. It's very feminine, it's quite sweet, but it's just like, it is really good. I really like it, and my husband really likes this too. Even though he's not really a huge sweet gourmand person, he does really like this, and I feel like this definitely leads a little bit more of a gourmand fragrance. But yeah, so beautiful, and a much cheaper alternative to the eau de parfum. We have the Gisou Honey Hair Oil, and this I have had for probably the full year. I have just a little bit less than half of the bottle. This I use super sparingly. I will take it out, and whatever's on the exterior of the dropper, I pop into my palms, and I warm up that product in my palms. I rub for quite a little bit of time just to warm up the product, also help with the distribution so it's not super heavy and stringy on my quite fine hair. And this makes my hair so shiny and beautiful, and I really think that it makes it a lot softer, but the shine that it adds to my hair is like no other. I absolutely love this. I've tried a few other like hair serums, hair oils, but I do really love the way that this one looks and feels, and it lasts a very long time. Like I said, I've had this for the whole year, and I'm just a little bit more than halfway done. And then the last product, this I've had probably for just shy of half the year, but it is a really great product. It's the Maya Chia, the main agent. This is a bond repair spray, and it uses proteins to help rebuild damage over processed hair. So if you find that you're using a lot of heat tools, you're using a lot of stressors, or you chemically color your hair, whether that's bleaching, highlighting, or even just regular coloring, your hair will probably need some kind of bond repair. And this has been a lifesaver for keeping my hair as healthy as it can be, especially going through the processes of all these different color changes over the course of 2024. I've gone from a little bit of a darker blonde to a bright blonde to a balayage to now this. So my hair's gone through a lot in 2024, and this has really helped with maintaining the integrity of my hair strands, even with all of that hair coloring. All right, let's get into makeup. This was something that was really hard to pare down. I've got my little Tata Harper bag here. This was definitely a very hard category because I go through so many different products. I've had so many products in the recent months that I've just fallen in love with, but I wanted to make sure that I shared products that I truly love and will continue to use moving into 2024. So starting off with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Perfect Glow Concealer. I almost exclusively use this when I want to put makeup on. I apply it under my eyes and I just kind of like blend it out to the rest of my face. And it looks great under the eyes. It blends in beautifully. This shade is 3.75. I love this so much. It's not too dewy where it like creases. It's not too matte that it looks dry on my skin. Like, this is just truly the best concealer I have used, and I have to include this brush. This brush is like my multitasking brush. I use it for so many different products. I love blending under the eye for my concealer and then just buffing it out. I use this for my contour. I use this for blush. I use this for everything, and I love these two together. But this brush in general, if you're going to pick up a makeup brush, you should pick up this one. One additional makeup brush that I want to talk about is this brush right here. It's the Westman Atelier Liquid Blender brush, and this is like over $100. It's a very indulgent brush, but it just buffs out your contour here so easily. Of course, you could use it to blend out foundation, but I do prefer this one. Whenever I'm looking to kind of smooth out the look of my makeup, if I find that like my contour is too harsh, or maybe I need to blend my blush and my contour together, I will just like glide this right over top and it will seamlessly blend everything. So it just looks like very cohesive, very blended, very seamless. And I've never used a product or a brush before that blends out my contour as good as this does. I always end up walking out of the house with like a line or some like muddiness, and this has prevented that entirely. When it comes to cleaning my makeup brushes, I've always had a hard time cleaning my makeup brushes. I find them so hard, especially these really beautiful Westman Atelier ones. Like, when you invest in good quality brushes, you want to make sure that you use a good quality makeup cleanser. And I have to share the most amazing makeup cleanser that I've ever used in my entire life, which is perfect for travel. This is the Perrier Spirit Professional Makeup Brush Cleaner. I also have this one that I just restocked. It comes in a jug. You can buy like this kit and it comes with like a little jar, and you just fill the jar, you pop your makeup brush in, and you kind of swirl it and then rub it onto a clean towel, and your brushes will come out completely clean. It does have a little bit of like a lemony scent to it. I think it has, yeah, citrus-based spirits. Cleans, conditions, and disinfects natural and synthetic bristled brushes, and you can spot clean them. It is so incredible. I actually was recommended this from, I think, the Westman Atelier brand, because I was like, how do I clean these makeup brushes? They recommended this, and I have been using and loving this. It's perfect if you're looking for a really high quality cleanser. Of course, because this does have citrus, if you are sensitive to citrus, then you may proceed with caution or try the travel size to see if it works for you, but I'm obsessed. Okay, moving on to more makeup products. The Givenchy Prisme Libre Voile Rosé powder. I love this powder so much. It's like a pinky powder. I always apply it under the eyes, sometimes like along here, just to define my contour and to set in around my T-zone area. And it's brightening, it's smoothing. I get no creasing. It feels like soft velvet under my eyes. This is the best powder. I don't think I can ever go to another powder again. My ride or die, Chanel Le Balm. This is a gorgeous highlighter that I got for Christmas last year, and it's just balmy. It's very translucent. It just adds the most beautiful dewy kind of glow. I feel like my skin always looks so healthy when I use this. You can use a brush, you can use your finger. It has like a little bit of a tacky feel when you're applying it because it's so juicy and dewy. But without fail, my skin always looks so healthy, luminous, and just glowy when I use this. So I absolutely love this product. Without fail, the Westman Atelier Contour Stick in the shade Biscuit. It's just so good. It blends out beautifully and seamlessly. It adds bronze, it adds contour, and I love this product so much. One more got away. This is the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. I've been using this for absolutely years. I'm wearing the mascara today. It separates, it lengthens, it just looks so good. It's a plastic bristled brush. One end is kind of more like a comb, the others are just little tiny spikies. Some skincare, and skincare I've really been like mixing up, playing around with some new Biologique Recherche products, which I featured I think on my like Parisian skincare routines. So those are more new products to me, so I don't want to include them. So I'm really going to share the products that I've used almost all year that are so good. Starting off with cleansers. This I got last year for, a lot of these products I got for Christmas last year, and I've just used them like consistently. And most of the products that I asked for Christmas are ones that I've been really wanting to try and like wanting a refill on or whatever. So the Tata Harper Nourishing Oil Cleanser, I use this to help remove my makeup. I use it as part of like my double cleanse. It is nourishing, it's hydrating, it melts away your makeup, it makes your skin look glowy and beautiful after you rinse off your makeup, and I just don't have enough good things to say about this. I also really like the smell of it. It's just very like therapeutic. I feel like I'm in a spa. My other favorite cleanser for morning, nighttime, whenever, is the Bioderma Micellar Water Makeup Remover for sensitive skin. This is almost done. This is the 8.4 fluid ounce one. I've loved micellar water for many years, but this is probably one of my favorites. Next, a product I picked up in London last year. I'm just about done. I'm like this much left, and I did get the smaller size. I wish I'd gotten the larger size now thinking about it, but it's the Lotion P50 PIGM 400. This is an exfoliating like tonic. This one specifically, the PIGM 400, is really great for hyperpigmentation. I have some sunspots, especially in the summertime, but what I do notice a lot is I get post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So after a blemish, even if I don't pick it, it creates a pigment. So I love this product because it really helps to speed up the recovery of my skin. It evens it out quite quickly, and I'm really loving a lot of these products. I think that there'll be a lot of these featured products or a lot of BR products in my 2025 favorites, but this one I used all year and it's definitely a repurchase for me soon. Two more skincare products that I've used a lot. First is the Somerset Moss Facial Balm. This is just like a thick kind of oily balm. Once you start to warm it up, like I'll show you, it's kind of clumpy, but once you take a little bit and warm it up, it just melts into the skin. When I'm super dry, I'll apply it to my forehead, my cheekbones. I apply this to my lips. It's just like a multi-purpose balm that you can use wherever. I love traveling with this for when I'm really dry. I love putting this on my lips when they're dry. I love applying this before bed as like an overnight balm. It's just so good. It's lasted me quite a long time. I still have quite a bit of product in here, but it smells so good. It's just a really good balm. And then sunscreen. Elta MD UV Clear Broad Spectrum SPF 46. Now this is not a natural sunscreen. It does have some chemical sunscreen in here, but this works really well for me. I don't know what it is about a lot of natural sunscreens, but I get an allergic reaction to something in there. I don't think it's the zinc oxide because there's zinc oxide in here, but there's a specific ingredient in fully natural sunscreens that I will just break out in an itchy rash on my face, especially on my neck. I don't know what it is. This is the only sunscreen that I love the finish of that doesn't cause that reaction and is still giving me that sun protection. So this has been so wonderful because I can use it every day and I don't feel like uncomfortable and have to take a Benadryl because of my sunscreen. So love this. This hand cream by Aesop. This is specifically the Resurrection Aromatique hand balm. Love this in the pink bottle. This one's brand new. I just got it for Christmas, but completely used up one of these. It's so nourishing. It melts into your hands and it really absorbs quickly, so you don't feel like you've got residual like cream on your hands. And I love particularly the scent of this one. Deodorant. I've tried a couple deodorants, but I always go back to this one. I just love, it's effective. It's a natural deodorant. It smells incredible. I live for this. It's the Hygiene Naturelle Holy Stick number 3. It has like a very fresh, clean, kind of eucalyptusy scent to it, and I adore it so much. Age Noche Lash and Brow Serum. This is their newer kind of remodeling where they have a little doe foot as well as the lash bristles, and you can apply this to your brows, your lashes. I live for this. I feel like it really nourishes my lashes. I feel like it has helped with some density as well, but it's just a go-to. And then the Osea body products. I have a full body care routine that I have perfected recently. I am loving my body care routine. So if you're interested in seeing a video dedicated to my body care like routine, let me know in the comments. But love the Osea algae body butter, especially. No, not even especially in the winter, like literally all year round. It makes my skin look glowy and hydrated. It absorbs beautifully. I love like massaging it into my skin. Also really love the oil. I've completely ran out of that, so I'll leave it on the screen. It's the Undaria body oil. It is so nourishing and hydrating. I've used it all up. Like, it's so good. Layering that, then this body butter on top, and this smells, it smells so good. So I still have quite a bit left, but like I've definitely gone in there, but I love this. And the other product that has to be in my favorites, because I've used it probably for a full year now, and I'm always repurchasing it. I want to say I probably go through one of these every like every 2 to 3 months, and that is the Nécessaire like body scrubber, body exfoliator bar. I use that in the shower. It's in my shower right now. It is like a physical exfoliant. It is really great for those who struggle with ingrown hairs and KP. I don't think it does enough on its own to treat your KP or to reduce it. I have a full body care routine that I've been using to help manage my KP. It is definitely a key step in helping to manage my KP, and also just exfoliating off any like dead skin. Especially in the winter, I'll like see scaly skin on my legs if I'm not on top of my body care routine, and that is just not cute. So I love that. Last beauty product that I've been loving, and I have the box here to show you. This is my Zip Halo. I have had this for a little under a year. This guy right here, this is the gel. This uses both microcurrent and nanocurrent technology. The microcurrent is going to help target the muscles of the face to help with sculpting and toning, whereas the nanocurrent will send signals to the deeper layers of the skin to help rebuild collagen, boost collagen production, help with signs of anti-aging. I think it's done an amazing job. I feel like my skin looks tighter and lifted. I still would like to get Botox probably before my trip in June, but I haven't had Botox in like at least a year and a half, and I was starting to notice a lot of signs of aging, a lot of wrinkles on my forehead from not, keeping up to date with my Botox, but this has actually helped a lot. I also feel like it's really helped sculpt out like my jawline, my cheekbones, and I think with consistent use, you're going to see those long-term benefits. But if you're looking for like a little pre-event boost, this actually will give it to you. So I love these. I think we've gone through the full beauty category, which is absolutely incredible. For style, my very first item is something that I got in June 2023. So just like near the end of 2023, but I've been I've been wearing and obsessing over this for all of 2024. I have recently got into watches. Like, I really am enjoying wearing watches, having watches, collecting them. That was definitely as a result of my husband being into them. But it is a women's vintage Cartier Santos from the 1990s, which was the decade I was born in. And I just absolutely love this. I think it's such a beautiful timepiece, and it is the start of my love of watches and wanting to collect watches. Love wearing it. It's definitely been one of those key pieces in my wardrobe. I have two shoes that I have loved and worn continuously in 2023. My first are the Saint Laurent Le Chunky loafers, and these are loafers that I purchased just before going to London in 2023. And they're perfect for spring, fall, winter, or just like kind of patent leather loafers with a chunky sole, and they're just really great to style. I find them really easy to dress up, dress down, and they're absolutely stunning. I also have been loving and wearing a lot Preloved Chanel ballet flats. I actually picked these up from The Real Real. They're just buttery and soft and they just work with so many different outfits, so I love that. Honestly, for clothes, I feel like a lot of the pieces that I've recently picked up I've been loving, so I think I'm gonna wait for 2025 or for future styling videos if that's something of interest to share those. But those three things are definitely my most worn items of 2024. Now going into home and little luxuries. So for home, there are a couple things that I feel like have really elevated our home this year. I've really wanted to kind of elevate our apartment, and I really love hosting, and hosting has been something that we've kind of been doing a little bit more with friends, and I feel like hosting without a bottle of champagne is just like not a party for us. We love, I mean my husband and I love drinking champagne, entertaining with champagne, and I feel like if you're gonna have champagne at a party or at a gathering, having a champagne bucket is absolutely essential. It keeps your champagne cold as you're serving it, and it looks really cool. I absolutely love the way a champagne bucket looks on a table, and even when it's just my husband and I enjoying champagne, we'll always pop it in this beautiful champagne bucket that is just so cool. It's a beautiful silver bucket and it says champagne taste, which I think is really fun and kind of like playful. This is by Fletcher. I picked it up from Essence. It's actually currently on sale for $235 and it's just so cool. It keeps your champagne cold, but it looks great on a table, and it's just one of those styling home products that looks great on a bar or car. It's just awesome. The other purchases for home of 2024 that I've been obsessed with, we got these CB2 wall sconces, and I have been wanting these CB2 wall sconces for so long. They're actually in a collaboration with GOOP. The great thing about these, especially if you're renting and you don't want to hardwire sconces, which a lot of the time sconces need to be hardwired, I would recommend these. They're gorgeous, they're stunning, really elevate this wall in our apartment that we initially just had with molding, a beautiful large mirror from Structube, and I feel like it just completely elevates the space. It just completes the wall. A really reasonable price for the quality, and I love that they're plug-in, so it makes it super easy. Last category is our little luxuries, one of them being Diptyque. I first got into Diptyque candles, I want to say 2 or 3 Christmases ago. I got a Diptyque amber candle, and that's kind of when my love for Diptyque started. Since then, we have started collecting Diptyque candles in the different cities that we go to, specifically if they have a city collection candle. And this actually started when I traveled to New York in 2023. It was the New York candle. It smelled so great. And then when we went to London, we found that they had a London candle. And then recently when we went to Paris, we picked up the Paris candle. That's probably one of my favorites. And like, we have a very strong connection with Paris and France in general. And this candle smells absolutely amazing. It's a great like souvenir that feels elevated. It does seem like a taste of like where you were. It's supposed to reflect kind of like the sense and the atmosphere and environment that you have when you're in these different cities, which I love. That is like a little luxury because they're not cheap. They're like over $100 for a single candle, but there's a lot of like memories attached to them. My other luxury of 2024 was our trip to Paris. We really just like let ourselves explore the city and like find different like vintage stores and different restaurants just by like wandering and like stumbling across them. We stayed at a very favorite hotel there, which is Nine Confidential. I love this hotel so much. We're going in June for a couple of days and we're of course staying at Nine Confidential. There's something about it that I love. It's in Le Marais, which is like the most beautiful neighborhood. That was just such a beautiful trip. Like I literally had so much fun there. I will go every single year if I can, and definitely